All right, folks, today I'm on the floor. The reason why I'm on the floor today is because what's on the floor all the time is your foot. And so over the next 2 or 3 episodes, we're going to be talking about foot pain, types of foot pain, where the foot pain is coming from, possible treatments, home remedies that you can do to help alleviate the different types of foot pain that are typical and who I see when they come into physical therapy. So stay tuned. This is Average Joe PT. Here we go. So the first treatment you're going to do before you even got to bed in the morning, all right, is just work that tissue nice and gentle. Don't even take a step out of bed first. You get up on the edge of the bed or in sitting position like I am in bed and just work that fascia for a good 2 or 3 minutes before you take a step to try to warm up that tissue so you reduce the risk of tearing any of that tissue and keeping things inflamed. And then come back and kind of hold that heel down and just pull that big toe and get a stretch through that fascia. Hold for about 30 seconds to a minute and then relax. All right. Now you might also have some pulling up through around the inside of your ankle, all right? And you also might have some pain up and through this area. Now, that's 2 different types of problems. One is tarsal tunnel, that's a nerve, which we'll discuss in the next episode. And the other one's called posterior tib or posterior tib tendonitis or tendinosis. So I think in the next couple episodes, we'll talk about that. But this is your first treatment before you even get out of bed in the morning. Need this for about 2 to 3 minutes and then kind of pull, get a nice pull stretch for about 30 seconds to a minute, relax, and repeat. That's your first treatment before you even get out of bed in the morning. The next stretch you're going to do is called the step stretch. Now, like I said, these are all home remedies, so you can do this in your house. You got to go to the gym, all right? You got to go outside, you got to have any fancy equipment. These are treatments that you can do to help reduce or eliminate your plantar fascia or heel pain. So the second stretch you're going to do is you're going to find a step at your home, all right, like I'm going to show you. Come on over to that step, and you're just going to gently drop that heel down, keeping your fanny tucked in tight. Dropping that heel down, get a nice stretch, 30 seconds to a minute, and then you're going to do it with the knee straight, and then you're going to do it with the knee bent. Knee bent will get down towards the heel cord. The knee straight's going to work up at the knee, the calf, the gastrocnemius that crosses that knee joint. All right, 30 seconds to a minute. That's your second stretch that you can do. All right, and so they might show you the wall stretch. Now you can do that. You're still stretching out the same muscle, the same tissue. Now you can always say that there's some sort of timing issue going on. We're not going to go into that detail. This is the Average Joe. We're here to reduce your pain or get your symptoms to go away. If you want to talk about, getting back to running or something along those lines and that's causing you heel pain, that's a whole other episode. You can leave comments down below, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll go ahead and I can easily talk about that as well as anybody else and just kind of bring it down to the Average Joe level instead of giving you all the fruity tooty types of words. All right, so that's your second stretch, second exercise you're going to do for the plantar fascia in the home. All right, so I'm going to show you the third and final stretch exercise you're going to do to help reduce your pain. All right, folks, the third and final stretch, it's going to be in a 2-part. 2-part, all right, and this is what you're going to do. You're going to find a tennis ball, all right, something that gives. You need something that gives. I guess you could use a hard ball, but a tennis ball is probably the best because it's going to give you a little bit. You're going to use a tennis ball, and you're also going to take, well, I'm using brown chuck that's frozen, but you can use an ice bottle. What you do is one with the screw top, you fill half of it up with water, screw it up, all right, so the water can't come out. Put it in the freezer for 3 or 4 hours so it turns rock solid, all right? And I'll show you with these 2 things what we're going to do is the third, final stretch. All right, folks, I'm back. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to take that tennis ball, all right, put it on the floor. You're just going to gently roll over it in a sitting position, maybe even getting your toes up in the sky a little bit, just to rub that tissue. Now, as it gets a little bit more comfortable, now this is, You're going to do this for probably about 2 or 3 minutes. All right, getting your good weight through it. It's going to feel sore. It might even start to break through some of that tissue in there that's been tight. All right, and then you're going to come over and you're going to take that ice bottle, or in this case, the chuck, and you're just going to, this is nice and cold, and it's going to kind of make it feel much better. Rolling that over, and you're going to do that for about, I'd say 2 or 3 minutes. All right, and then you're going to rinse and repeat. You're going to switch back to the tennis ball. All right, work that tissue a little bit more for a good minute or two, and then swap back and forth. And I want you to try and do this for at least 10 minutes a couple times a day. All right, now these are the 3.5 types of techniques to help reduce that heel pain, improve the muscle tissue as well as the fascia on the bottom of your foot. Now, excuse me, in a couple more episodes, we're going to talk about tarsal tunnel. We're going to talk about posterior tib. We might get into some treatment techniques for that, and as well as the treatment techniques and those that you can also do for your plantar fascia. So stay tuned. All right, folks, so that's the 3 treatment techniques that you can do in your home, average Joe style, to reduce your heel pain in regards to plantar fasciitis, or plantar fasciitis, as some people say. Now, over the next 2 to 3 episodes, we're going to go into the foot a little bit more and talk about tarsal tunnel syndrome. What is it? What are some home style treatments that you can do to reduce that type of pain? We're going to also look at posterior tib tendon and posterior tib tendonitis and types of treatments that you can do to help reduce that type of pain, as well as maybe some other physical therapy treatment techniques that you can do for your plantar fascia that you can do in your home that they might even do in the actual physical therapy treatment session. So, till next time, I want you to look up and keep smiling.